Flint Ironstag is the author of a new book called Unrelated, and it is certainly getting a lot of attention a week before its release. Welcome, Flint.
Thanks for having me on.
Well, I gotta tell you, I read the preview copy, and this isn't exactly my cup of tea, but I am very intrigued. You got a man, a stepsister, an estranged stepsister, and then a third party comes in and really kind of complicates things, right?
Yeah. It's a messy love triangle story, and I just tried to write something that was a little bit more fun and adventurous, a little subversive, and something that people could read on the weekend for a little bit of escapism.
Sure, yeah, that's what I've heard from my colleagues is they are calling it intimate, sensual, maybe even a little transgressive.
Yeah, I tend to write stories that are, maybe a little bit more off the cuff. I mean, I'm usually into science fiction and comic book stories, but this is a little different path. It's definitely not for everyone, but it was fun. It was kind of fun writing this one. I had a lot of time, a weekend, and a little bit of liquid courage to inspire the project.
Sure. So this is this based on a true story anyway?
Well, I do have a wild imagination, but for the most part, it's mostly made up. There's a few nuggets of truth in all fiction, and not something that I would usually read, but definitely there is an audience that likes that, so I thought I would just go ahead and give it a shot.
Okay. So then what was the genesis? Why are you sitting here in this chair? What kind of made you say I'm going to just go out on a whim and write some crazy steamy stuff?
Interestingly enough, it is my wife's fault.
Okay.
She was reading this sleazy, cheesy romance novel that she couldn't put it down. And I was just like, what is this about? And it's like every time I turn around, she's reading this book. And I said, what are you reading? What is so good about it? And she's like, well, read a chapter. I was like, all right. This is absolutely terrible. And I laughed and I said, I could totally do better than this. She goes, prove it. And the rest is history.
So that's why we've got Flint Ironstag here today then. Okay, so I got to tell you, going back to that dare, you said your wife dared you to write a better romance novel. I, Rosco, am actually going through a dare right now as well on Roscoe's Riffin' Hour.
Uh-oh.
Listen to this, Flint. My colleagues have dared me to pick a random paragraph out of your book, Unrelated, and read it directly to you. Okay, don't go too hard on me in the comment section, guys, but here we go. This is steamy and romantic voice with Flint Ironstag, read by Rosco. Okay, here we go. The warmth of Tanya's touch joined Whitney's, creating an irresistible current of connection among the three of them. Their shared vulnerability intensified the passion that Ethan now embraced fully. He was no longer simply capturing a scene, but deeply intertwined within it. He glanced and saw a faint streak of raindrops on the exterior windows, glistening from the street lights.
I'll have to have you help me with the audiobook.
Well, you know where to find me. Okay, that is very fun. That is very fun. So now that the project is done, what does your wife think about the finished product?
Well, the jury is still out if she's actually read the whole thing, but the first 7 or 8 chapters, she said, was very intriguing and very spicy. And here we are.
Wow. Well, thank the Lord for that. And your wife is really a gem, I gotta say. All right. Well, hey, everybody. Be sure this one will definitely take your weekend from you in a good way. Unrelated by Flint Ironstag. Thanks for coming in, Flint. It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Yep.